Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday, February 1st, 2012 edition of Size Eyes on the Skies. Another well-day starts right now.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV. Broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa, this is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television show brings you the weather around the country, in Iowa, Ames, and beyond. The Iowa State Meteorology Department's team of forecasters keeps you ahead of the next weather system. Size Eyes on the Skies starts now.
And welcome to February, everyone. I'm joined by Zach Malak. How's it going?
How you doing?
It's going good. Another well above average day here in Ames.
You know, third day in a row. I'm surprised we didn't break another record.
I'm surprised too, but all good things have to come to an end at some point.
At some point. This weekend's going to be a rough one,
yeah,
that's for sure.
I know we've been looking at snow now pretty much all day today, but the models really can't make up their minds where they're putting the heaviest stuff. But
you know, snow is always really a hard one to predict for sure. So we won't find out like what's coming until probably Friday.
Or maybe even as it's coming down.
Maybe as it's coming down, that's for sure. You know, I mean, that's what happens all the time. You don't know where it's going, where the model's going to go, where it's, you know.
But I know it's been well above average all across the region. My hometown up in southern Minnesota, they were putting out ice out warnings on the lakes because cars were falling through.
Oh, really?
And they shouldn't have been driving on them to begin with.
Yeah.
That's another story.
No, I've been watching Lake Laverne for the past couple of weeks, and you know, watching the ice recede back and forth. You know, kind of exciting, but you know, that snow this weekend might, might definitely put a damper on things.
It's far too early for the ice to be going out already.
That's for sure.
Because it's hardly been on the lakes to begin with.
Oh, I know. It's been on the lakes for maybe a month. You know, I mean,
at most.
At most. I mean, I'm pretty sure the thickness hasn't even been big enough to even ski on. You know, play ice hockey if you're not in Minnesota.
Well, some people manage to find their way to get out there.
They make their own rinks in their backyard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Well, we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on around the country in a little bit.
Good.
For now, let's send it over to Zach Sharpe.
How's it going,
Yes, I'm surrounded by Zachs tonight.
Yeah, I know. It's double Zach night.
So you were just talking before we went on the air of a record set down in Des Moines.
Yeah, Des Moines experienced 3 days in a row that they experienced 60-degree above average, above 60 degrees 3 days in a row.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not 60 degrees above average.
Yeah, I know that'd be a little too much, but yeah, that's never happened in all our history record books. So, but
wow. And like I just said, all of those good things have to come to an end until we get spring, I guess.
Yeah, especially coming this weekend, but I'll have more about that coming up and maybe how much snow we could possibly see. But for now, you want to take a look at the day planner?
Sure, let's go for it.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the day planner. Tonight at midnight, we can expect 34 degrees with partly cloudy skies with calm wind. That will be the trend throughout the night. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. for your wake-up temperature, you can expect a 30-degree temperature with also calm winds. And for your walk home from school tomorrow, a 51-degree temperature with mostly sunny skies, which will be wonderful. But as like I said, all things must come to an end, and I'll let you more coming up.
All right. Thanks, Zach. We're going to send it to a break. On the other side, we'll take a look at your trivia question and take a look at what's going on around the country. We'll be right back. Tonight. Maybe. There it is. All right, today in 1989, sub-zero temperatures took over most of Iowa for several hours. Your question is, how long was Des Moines below zero? And I should say that this is how many consecutive hours was Des Moines below zero. Your choices are A, 24 hours, B, 40 hours, C, 70 hours, or D, 95 hours. We'll take a look at the answer here in just a few minutes, but for now, let's send it over to the wall with Zach Malak and your national weather. Zach.
How you doing? You know, it's been above average for most of the week. I mean, Ames has been well into the 50s for the past 3 days. Across the country, as you can see, you know, we got 30s going across all the way across the north. We got 50s, you know, for tomorrow up in Ames. Down south, they still have 70s and 80s. It's quite unbelievable. The jet stream, you got the jet stream dip all the way down through Nevada. come across, you know, pretty even. But down here is where that low front pattern is. That's going to bring some of the snow that's going to come straight up into Iowa for the weekend. Okay, our surface map, we have a bunch of rain out in Idaho. There's a low pressure system down in Florida and Georgia that has a lot of rain so far. We've got a high pressure system over Chicago and in Iowa. And like I said, this low pressure system down here is going to make its way all the way up here. That's supposed to bring, you know, some big, huge snow totals this weekend. I just can't believe it. You know, we might have 8 to 12 inches for sure, but Zach will talk about that later. Across the country right now, we got a warm pattern going across next 10 days. It's going to be warmer off in the west, but down still cooler down in Florida. It's still a lovely day out in the middle, like I said, but that snow is going to definitely put a banter on things for the weekend. Right now, it is dry. Next 6 to 10 days is going to be dry out in the west. You got some wet parts down in Ohio and especially down in Texas, but, you know, right now it's pretty dry. You got a lot of dry air out there for sure. We'll see what happens as the week goes on.
All right, thanks, Zach. We're going to send it to another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at that trivia answer. Then Zach number 2, Zach Sharpe, will have a look at what's going on in Iowa.
My name is Fernanda. I'm the wife of a teacher.
Once again here for tonight. To recap the question, in 1989, sub-zero temperatures took over most of Iowa for several hours. How long was Des Moines below zero, and how many consecutive hours? Is it A, 24 hours, B, 40 hours, C, 70 hours, or D, 95 hours? And the answer is C, 70 hours, and that went from February 2nd through February 5th of 1989. Obviously, we're not looking at anything quite that drastic right now, but maybe, Zach, do you have something as far as cooler temperatures to talk about?
Well, like I say, I probably got not much good news for you, because we are expecting some wintry weather for the end of your week. But let's go ahead and take a look at today's current temperatures. We are currently sitting at 40 degrees outside with partly cloudy skies with a calm wind, which will continue throughout the night, which that wind won't change much tomorrow either. Taking a look at current conditions around the state, Storm Lake is sitting at 39 with partly cloudy skies as well. Ames 40, Pella 42, Clarinda 42 as well. Over in the northeast corner of the state, 43, Quad Cities also at 41, so in the mid-40s with partly cloudy skies. That's going to continue throughout the night. Current temperatures around the state, like I said, upper 30s in this part of the state and lower 40s as you go more south, which is typical for this time of year somewhat. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies with a calm wind with a low of 29 with those partly cloudy skies, which will make tonight's temperature cool off. If we had those clouds built in, we could look at a little warmer temperature, but because those clouds are not going to be there tonight, we're looking at a cooler temperature. For your temperature tomorrow, we are looking for a high of 51 with a mostly sunny day, which will be wonderful until the weekend hits, which we'll look at that here in a sec, with a calm wind for once again. Taking a look through your extended outlook, Thursday 53, Friday 51. Friday's, the snow will start to build in the afternoon. It may start off at rain. We'll have to watch the temperature. If the temperature dips lower, then we could be all snow. But for now, we're going to start out with rain, then switch over to snow. There may be a period of transition that we could be icy. Saturday, as you see, there's a thunderbolt because there is a slight chance that we could experience thunder snow. We're keeping our eye on that. But this temperature has actually dipped down a little cooler now just in the past hour. So this is going to be all snow right now, and it's going to be a very wet, heavy snow. But for Sunday, 36, Monday, a high of 36 as well. But for this weekend, plan on some poor traveling conditions as icy roads may be on the way. If not, we're going to experience some very wet, heavy snow.
Yeah, well, now with that thunder snow, obviously that stuff is hard to forecast.
Yeah, it's hard to forecast, but you know there's going to be definitely some lifting that we could see some thunder snow, which thunder snow you get inch or 2 inch per hour.
Yeah, but it is really cool if you can actually see this in the making.
Freak out like Jim Cantori on the weather.
Okay, if you want to go that way.
Yeah, last year during the Chicago snowstorm, I mean, he was going crazy running from the snow. He was on Michigan Avenue, and he was just like, oh my God, look at that thunder snow.
But you got to admit, it's sort of interesting to experience thunder while it's snowing.
I was in my bedroom right here, like thunder. I was like, What was that?
Yeah.
I was confused for a while. I had no idea.
Because usually you think thunder with rain, but you know thunder can happen with snow.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat rare, but it does happen. Like
Doesn't it depend on the precipitation of the snow and how much water is packed into it?
Yeah, and somewhat of the forcing and whatnot of it. But
Yeah.
we don't want to go too scientific
let's
on
not-
air.
Yeah, let's not get too
we
far
don't
into
want to
that.
confuse our visitors. But
Now, I believe we have a picture that we can bring up. There it is. All right, and this was actually taken up in the Twin Cities area back in the middle of December, right away in the morning. And these are actually clouds of ice that have formed due to strong winds around 25,000 feet, which usually means there's a warm front nearby. And this is just a picture that I found on Facebook, and I've wanted to share this for a while, and this is the first opportunity we've actually had to do so.
sort of interesting. But on this weekend, you won't probably see any of those. So.
Yeah, I know I've seen these before,
Yeah.
and before I actually saw the description with this picture, I never actually knew what was causing those.
Yeah.
I don't see a warm front anytime in our
Yeah,
future.
I don't really either.
Yeah,
but
no.
We're just trying to get through the weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this weekend, snowfall totals, you know, some of our models upward of 16 inches, but I think that's
I
on the
just
high.
don't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what? KCI TV?
KCCI out of Des Moines,
Yeah, there you go.
it said 8 to 12, but I
That's
don't.
a little risky.
Our models just haven't focused on how much snow we can really
will
expect.
drop. Like I said, you can't really tell how much snow is going to
Yeah.
drop until it's actually falling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially since it's 3 days out, and yesterday there was maybe a couple inches, and then we woke up this morning and some of the models said 16.
Yeah,
and
I know.
And then maybe tornado chasing. I know some of us plan on going chasing.
I plan on going chasing down in Kansas on Friday,
Yeah.
8 a.m. to about 2
So,
a.m. in the morning.
The further south you go, maybe severe storms, and the more north you go, maybe some very heavy
I don't
snow.
know what's going to happen. I feel like if you might get lucky, I might get lucky and see, a couple pretty good events,
Yeah.
but it could get really dull really fast, and
Yeah,
it could
but
be a waste of
I'm
my
not
time.
going to buy the snow off of the models until it becomes a little more, until they start agreeing with their own recent runs.
I think you can place your bets on that we'll see some snow. But the
But
question
how
is how
much?
much.
Yeah.
The National Weather Center just put out a graphic that said we should have
At least 6
at
inches.
least 6 inches. You saw that too.
But
yeah.
it just really depends on the timing and temperatures, and that's the biggest influence
the
right now. is the
temperatures, because it could mostly be rain.
Earlier this afternoon, the National Weather Service on the graphic I had said 35 degrees, but just within the past hour they lowered it to 32, which would be more snow.
More snow. I just hope if it does rain that it doesn't get cold enough at night so it freezes. I know walking over down to campus, you got some hills, and it's
But
impossible
the
to
biggest
salter
thing you
those.
can expect right now is very poor travel conditions.
Yeah,
and
very, yeah.
I know some of us are going home. Like myself, I'm going home Friday night,
Okay.
but I'll be home before it hits. But there's some other meteorologists in our department that are from Wisconsin, and they are heading home, and so they may encounter tricky travel, but they may get home before it hits.
I
But
feel and even when I'm on my way back from chasing, I feel like we'll encounter some
Yeah,
a little bit.
the
at
timing's
least.
not that down yet.
Yeah.
But and Sunday, I'm coming back Sunday, so hopefully the road crews are out there working overtime.
All
and,
weekend.
Oh, I'm sure they will be.
Oh, but-
I just wish this warm front was on the weekend and the snow was during the school day.
but
It's a shame
Yeah,
that it's on
yeah.
a Saturday afternoon,
Yeah.
and then you wish it was on like a Thursday where you could take the night off. And
But you
sleep
know
in.
the snow removal crews are actually wanting this because they've had no crew.
Oh yeah, they've been losing money all year.
And then they finally, hopefully, they get some because I feel bad for them that they haven't actually got to work this winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Like last year, they were working. They were making overtime. It was
Yeah.
pretty
Oh, big
nice.
time,
Oh,
big
yeah.
time.
Even on Christmas
I
Eve.
wanted to go shovel and make some money.
Yeah, they were working on Christmas Eve, but this year we're talking about records. Right? We keep shattering records, 60s after 60s after 60s, and
All right, well, before we wrap things up, Super Bowl Sunday this
yeah.
weekend.
Oh,
Any
God.
predictions?
snow.
Snow. Giants. I'm a Giants fan. I like the 08. The 2008, the Giants are the underdog once again. I feel like they could come back and win.
Okay. Zach?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Giants?
Yeah,
Giants? No
yeah.
Patriots fans here?
I'm not really going to pick a team. I watch it for the commercials, so
Oh, you watch
I'm
it
just
for the
going to come out and say that.
Sounds
So
good.
hopefully we got some good ones this year.
I hope so too.
But
All
on,
right.
on Monday's show, we'll talk about how much
talk
snow we
about who won,
received.
how
and-
much snow, and
Yeah,
how-
so
who
but
won,
I will
right?
have more on Monday. But
So that's going to do it for us here tonight for Zach and Zach. I guess, and everyone else here at Size Eyes on the Skies. I'm Corey Harguth. Have a great weekend.